Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bad Gun Month. You know, when you think of a bad gun, you automatically think that the company just does not care. And you're right to think that. When you think of a bad gun, you think of a gun that is cheaply made, horrible parts, horrible internals, just absolute. Just absolutely bad.
Of course!
Just beyond words bad.
Fuck you, give me money!
But then there are some where the gun is bad, but there's a reason to it. And before a lot of you say, wait, there's a reason to being a bad gun? Well, yes. I came across one. When looking for guns to do Bad Gun Month, I found one at my local Dollar General. It was $15. And to be honest, I had no idea about this company until I actually looked into it. But the gun I'm talking about is the Equalizer's Responder 911, which is a 1911 Springer, but it's not exactly what you think it is.
On with it. Yes, get on with it!
And the company is not who I thought they were. But we'll talk about more here in a bit. The Equalizer 911, the Responder 911, is a all-polymer build Springer 1911, which you can get at Dollar General for about $15. Now, the Responder logo here, as well as the star, is actually laser engraved into the plastic, which I find very nice. I find it kind of nice. But the problem is, when you actually go to rack the slide, this doesn't move. This hammer is fixed in place. It is, in fact, a Springer. The magazine is a copy of a UTG Springer magazine, which means this is compatible with which means you can take the 12-round mag out of this and put in the UTG 1911. That is also polymer. The safety is not the standard safety here. It is, in fact, the slide release is the safety, which actually is engaged when you get the gun out of the package. And the packaging, we gotta talk about the packaging. The packaging that the Equalizer 911 came out of, the Responder, we're just gonna call it the Plan Beta 1911, is this shell of a prison. I'm not even joking. It was hell to get this out of here. But when I actually found something out about this gun was when I saw this. 260 FPS, 0.37 joules, maximum range is 35 yards, mag capacity 12, barrel is 4.15 inches, and it has a hop-up. I know what you're thinking, and believe me, I've been thinking it too. But the big thing that I actually found out about was Plan Beta, second to none. So I started digging around. After dropping my bottle cap, of course. I started digging around and found out that Plan Beta is actually an honest company. They have a motto that is Airsoft for all. They make not only the Equalizer, but they're actually making electric rifles, which are plastic gearboxes, and they're completely honest with it. They actually say that they're trying to make Airsoft affordable to everyone. And I like that honesty. Not only that, but Plan Beta, if you have watched Red Wolf Airsoft, you know that Plan Beta is the same company that makes the ICU barrel cam, or selfie cam, depending on where you want it. And I'm not even joking on that. They make those cameras affordable for the common airsofter, the person who cannot spend over $100. And I'm dead serious on that. There are people out there who can't spend $100 on a gun, or even over $100 on a gun, which is why they come with these. Now, before you start asking, I had to look a little further myself. I had to figure out who the hell is running this company, and I go and find out it is the ex-CEO of Inukatsu and Cybergun Asia. Cybergun Asia, I don't care about. Inukatsu, if you know anything about Airsoft, you know Inukatsu is a coveted name held in the highest regard. And this being made by a guy who ran Inukatsu. That is not a red flag. That is a gold star. But what about the gun? I have nothing against Clan Beta. I really do. And it's hard to do this because originally I was going to go into this. I really was going to go into this ready to rip this gun a new one, but you don't judge everything by the gun that the company produces. You should judge the company based on the gun. So, is the gun actually bad? Well, it is all polymer. It's got some weight-seeking grip. It's got some weight-seeking grip. And the magazine itself is weighted also. When you have the magazine, it does have a little weight to it, and the prime itself is actually a little bit hard. And that's not great, or at least I don't think so. I have to check. Now, the biggest eyesore is, of course, the sticker, which you're going to be what I actually noticed was this. There are 2 screws here which you can take off, and, I'm not even joking, you can actually upgrade the spring. I'm not even joking, you can actually take these off and completely upgrade the spring if you want to. Now that'll be a separate video entirely dedicated to this gun to see how internally it works. But getting down to the trigger well, the trigger itself is your standard 1911 trigger, but it has grooves on it. It has, it's a very, I can't exactly describe this, but it's something you'd see on a hammer for a Derringer. This pattern on it is actually really good and really comfortable, and actually gives you a very comfy feel. The grip, of course, is your standard 1911 grip, but the plastic feel of it is not that great. And you can replace these panels if you want to, but I think these panels are actually attached to the gun. I don't know. We'll have to wait until we actually take it apart. Not only that, but I do have a lot of gripes about the way this gun is designed. I mean, when comparing it to a KWC 1911, which is much lighter, and granted this one's from 2005, but still, when comparing them together, the dimensions are a little bit different. The grips on the 911 is actually thicker, while the grips on the 1911 KWC is actually thinner, giving you a much more thin and much more comfortable profile. Here, the grips just don't feel that great. Well, then again, I am griping about the feel of a grip. Granted, both grips are comfy in their own right, I just don't like the idea of them being that thick.
Extra thick!
Damn it, Aku. And you do have a lanyard loop right here, which you can, of course, have, but the way this is designed, it looks to be removable, but it's not. Sad to say. Not only that, but when comparing the KWC 1911 to the actual Clan Beta 1911, there are some stark differences, like the sights. The sights, the sights, they look like you have to actually be up on the gun to actually see. Here, the sights are actually your standard 1911 sights. You can actually see them. You can actually see what they are. The safety is my next gripe. Unlike the 1911, where you can actually pop, this one here, you actually have to physically do that. You have to actually physically do that. I don't like that idea. And they copied this idea from, I believe, the USMC M9 Springer, which we will get to that in due time, I can assure you. But my biggest issue has to be the magazine. They could have gone with a high-cap magazine to actually do that, but instead they went with a style of mid-cap Springer mag, which has weights in it, which I don't like the idea of a magazine having weights. Then the plastic itself does feel flimsy. I don't like the feel of the plastic. But with all my gripes, everything about it, how does it perform at the range? And before a lot of you say, well, what about the combat footage? I could not in good faith take this gun or any of the other guns out in combat out of fear of being laughed at, out of fear of me actually needing an excuse to just start throwing them down and start beating on them on the field. So instead, we'll take them to the range and see how they do. Okay, so with the new chronograph in hand, I am going to be firing a couple .2s out of the Plan Beta 1911. Here we go. 235. 232. Repeat. 233. 232. So a consistent FPS of 232. That's not too bad, at least. But let's get to the range. Okay, so sorry for the POV, but here we are about 60 feet away, give or take. This is roughly about the same engagement distance. Going ahead and take out that safety. Again, I really don't like that the safety's there. I don't like the idea there, but that's just how it is. So we are going to be firing about 60 feet. Huh. That's shooting way up. You're seeing that, right? Like, this thing is shooting... It's literally aiming for the roof. Let me aim down a bit. Okay, that was the wall, so we're gonna go back about 100 feet. Here we are, about 100 feet, and firing. Still hitting the... It's still hitting the broadside of a barn. That was the plant. If the plant had not gotten in the way, that would have been the barn again. Okay, we're going to take it back. We're going to take it way back now. We're going to take it back to about 150 feet, so. Or at least as far as I can literally go, as physically as I can go, actually. Yeah, about right here would be good. So we're going to aim for the door. It hit the door. I'm going to aim for the wall now. That hit the plant. Aiming for the wall. It's still hitting the wall. Okay. What the hell is this thing? Like legitimately, what the hell is this thing? Just... We got about 4 shots, so take it back a little bit further now. Okay, I'm going to take a rough guesstimation and say we're probably about around 200 feet. Or even, at least, in the midpoint between 200 and 100. So yeah, aiming for the door again. Didn't hear a thing. Or I might be too far away, so I'm going to hit the metal next. That hit the grass. That is the max point. I'm going to take a shot in the dark and say a little bit beyond 150 feet. Because that was... Yeah. Just try again. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. So that's... Okay, so let me just... 1, 2... 3, 4, 5 feet from my position. Yeah, nothing. That was nothing. So, so about beyond 150 feet is the max distance you're gonna get. Son of a gun, they were right about the 35 yards. Yeah. Right, well, we will take it and see if we can get some groupings with it. I hope. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the range. We are going to be seeing the grouping of the Plan Beta 1911, and I'm going to be engaging this at about 30 feet away, which would be the standard engagement distance if you are in an oh shit situation, or really just not trying to hurt the guys. So I will set you guys down to where you're facing the paper here, and we're going to see what the grouping's like. Okay? Okay. Oh boy, okay, so here's the thing. The pistol was shooting high. I'm talking the hop-up was making it pretty difficult to actually shoot high. So it's going to definitely be more or less more closer than 30 feet. Now, the first shot went way over it. I had to adjust. So it went here, 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 and here, and here. That is well beyond. That is just all over the place, the grouping-wise. That's not good. That is really not good. So, with the results in hand, and I'm going to tell you now, it's hard to say, because the company is being honest with us. It's basically telling us, this is a pistol you're going to buy if you're really, really hurting on the wallet. You really can't spend that much. But if I was to say this, save up your money and buy a KWC Spring 1911. The magazines are cheaper, and if you really want to have that UTG magazine, go with the UTG 1911 Spring. It's actually better and does disassemble like the real steel 1911, and in all honesty, it's actually really good. I'm joking on that. But with the FPS, the build quality, price tag, and I know I'm procrastinating, but I gotta say one more thing, because I want to be honest with you guys. This is modded. I'm not even joking. All you can actually take off these two screws here, actually pop out this pin, completely remove the barrel assembly, completely remove the spring itself, and you can actually modify this. You can even upgrade it with a better pistol spring if you wanted to. Bumping or even lowering the FPS, and even making the barrel a little better. Hell, even putting in a tight bore barrel. Yes, you can do that. But with everything said and done, the Responder 911, Plan Beta's 1911 is nothing more than a 4 out of 5. It is a below average gun. It is painfully below average. I understand, Plan Beta, what you're trying to do, and I respect that. I really do. I respect you, Plan Beta. Not because the CEO of your company is, in fact, the one of the CEOs of Inokatsu, but because you're honest with us. You're actually honest, and you actually make a really good barrel/selfie cam, which is something I personally like. I like the fact that you're making airsoft affordable for the people like me, who literally have a jar of money that is literally my airsoft budget, and which is my airsoft budget right now is at $20. But even though it hurts me, it really does, because I love companies like this. I love it when companies are honest with the players, with the consumer. I love it when companies are actually being honest with us. Honestly, if you're really on a shoestring budget, I'd recommend this. With some slight, cheap modifications, you can actually make this into a really good handgun. And the fact that it can reach out to 165 feet with a .2 gram BB, that's really impressive for a little pistol. Well, we're just getting started on Bad Gun Month. I'm gonna tell you, it's not gonna be easy. And I mean that fully. Because the next gun, I'm gonna be drinking a lot of this, and I'm gonna be hitting a lot of this. Because the next gun, it's gonna make me get more of this. Welcome to Bad Gun Month, people. Let's pray my liver can hold out. Till next time.
Several died and left the someone reeling. Johnny Storm was standing on left